When I was hitchhiking through Italy, this had been 1979. I came from Israel, and I went to Greece, and I was on the Patmos Island. That's where John got the Revelation and wrote the Book of Revelation, and but I didn't. I was on that island, and the reason I went to that island is because I couldn't afford to go to any other islands. That was the cheapest one. I wanted to go to Crete, but Crete was like a long, I don't know, 1 or 2 day boat ride, and then I didn't have the money for that. I mean, I barely had any money with me at all, and it's just something, like I had almost nothing. I mean, maybe I had $100. So anyway, I went to Italy. And I ended up getting really, really depressed when I was in Italy and even in Greece because I just missed my family and I was all alone, and I never really traveled alone. This is new for me. I mean, I traveled all through Israel. I'd lived there. I got some crazy stories about what happened to me there. But at any rate, so I ended up in Bari, I think or was it Brindisi, Italy, where we landed from the boat going from Greece. I can't remember the name of the city, but I traveled across Greece, and I think I took a bus or something. And then when I got to, again, Brindisi, I think it was, maybe Bari, I don't remember, I started hitchhiking. So here I am, and it was snowing out. It was February. It was snowing in Italy. I mean, it was cold. And so there's you stick your finger out, and in the States you got your thumb. And back then you just put your finger out like that and they'd stop. And I'll tell you something, hitchhiking today, I mean 2022, I mean I can't tell you the last time I saw a hitchhiker. But I used to hitchhike home from Michigan State University. I lived by the Frandor. So I hitchhike all over the place, and you meet a lot of interesting people, but that was the times back then. Something you would never even think to do these days. So at any rate, the funny story I have is I got in the car and there was 3 Italians, and this was a little tiny Italian car. This thing was just the miniature thing, and here they are, these 3 Italians, and we're going to Naples. They're going to take me to Napoli, right? And the best ice cream I ever had in my life, Napoli, Italy. Man, that stuff, I never was the same anywhere else other than Napoli. It was really good. Nice people and great food. And the more I went north, the food got less tasty and the people got more rude. So we're going down there, and so every 20 minutes we're just flying down the road, right? And this isn't like a highway. It's kind of a two-way thing. And we're flying down there, and all of a sudden, they're all yakking away in Italian, fast as it could be, just flying out of the words flying out of their mouths. And then all of a sudden we pulled over, like at a little gas station type of thing. But what they went in for is espresso. So we'd pull over, and they bought me espressos. Everybody got an espresso, and then they take the sugar, right? 1, 2, 3, stir it up, drink it right down, back into the car, and boo, down the highway. 80 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour. I mean, we were just flying down the road. And these guys were kind of like in their late 20s, I'm guessing, early 30s. And we must have stopped 4 or 5 times. I mean, every 20 minutes, we had to pull over, get the coffee, okay, you got to put, and, put the sugar. I never had espresso in my life. This is what I drink. I drink espresso. But never had espresso in my life. I never heard of an espresso, I don't think. We had coffee, but we didn't have any espresso. And then we get back in the car, and then they're bolt down the highway as fast as that car would carry us. I don't think it'd go any faster than that guy had the thing on there. And they were really nice guys. They bought me, like I said, 4 or 5 espressos. Every 20 minutes, they pull over, and then they go out and they get the espresso, quattro espresso, and they put the sugar and stir it in, and I put the sugar, and we drink it, and then we're back in the car. Boom. That's how I got to Napoli.